Hello and welcome to another show, another episode of Fresh Natural Live. I hope your weekend was great, and I hope your Monday has been equally great. I'm here in Houston, and we've had a lot of rain. We got this, I think it's a tropical storm moving in on the coast, and so I was out putting my plants in the ground and that type of thing, and so I had a Monday mixed with clinical administrative work and gardening work, and so here we are this evening. So again, I hope all of you've done well. Those of you who are on, come on into the chat room, say hello. We have a special show for you tonight. Father Time is something that we all have to deal with. And the guest tonight is going to give us some secrets as to how we cheat Father Time to a certain extent, in the sense that we want to learn how to live a vibrant, energetic life as we become chronologically more older or wiser, if you will. Oftentimes we think of getting old as becoming ill, and many people get into their 60s, 70s, 80s, and then they say, oh, well, I'm 60 years old. Some people, I'm 40 years old, and my back hurts, my knee hurts, and I can't get out and exercise like I used to. Some people in their 30s, they feel terrible. And our guest tonight is going to try to help us reverse that trend. We're going to have her reveal her age. I'm not going to reveal the age of a lady. I'm going to let her reveal her age, but she's going to give us some secrets as to how we can cheat Father Time. So I look forward to that. Chef Babette, many of you probably know her. She is a super chef, a raw vegan chef, world class. She's world-renowned. She is also a TV and social media personality, a model, an athlete, and of course, she runs Stuff I Eat. So we're going to hear about her life and her journey, and hopefully we'll get some insights on her magic and her secrets in terms of how we cheat Father Time. So what I want to do is I'm going to bring in our panel. Some of our panels will be coming in late. But we have Dr. Floyd Atkins, who's here. He's our resident podiatrist who does patient counseling, and he's going to be on the panel this evening. Dr. Celeste Palmer, our resident pediatrician, will be on next. She's coming in a little bit late. She's saving lives right now, but she'll be in the studio shortly. We'll bring her in once she comes in. But without further ado, our special guest is Chef Babette. Oh, there she is, Dr. Palmer. Hello. Welcome to the show, Dr. Palmer. She's made it in from the clinic. As I was about to say, Chef Babette is an extremely fit and youthful raw vegan chef. And she's been working in this capacity for over 2 decades. She is a firm believer that we should all eat live food and live consciously. She is committed to an active health advocate for co-founding the Love Your Age Project, which promotes successful aging throughout all age groups. The Love Your Age Project is intended to expose health and wellness to individuals who may not otherwise be acquainted with healthier lifestyles due to environmental and economic barriers or simple lack of knowledge. Chef Babette's personal journey to health began after years of suffering from digestive issues, asthma, skin disorders. A pivotal point in her transformation came after reading the book Fit for Life by Harvey and Marilyn Diamond. She made a conscious decision to eat for the sake of nutrition, which began her journey towards self-healing. She passionately studied the body-food connection and began experimenting with vegan and raw food recipes. She soon became a chemist in the kitchen and spent years perfecting recipes, which allowed her to eat what she loved without the guilt of associated diseases and ailments. Words cannot fully describe Chef Babette. So what I'm going to do before I bring her on, I'm going to give you a little bit of a video clip, a sampling of who this wonderful person is, in case you haven't met her or haven't seen her. So let's stay tuned before I bring Chef Babette on stage live. Let's take a look at a little bit of video on her.
Hey everybody, it's Chef Babette. I'm having a blast. You know what I do? I do best, desserts. And I'm inviting you to come over on any day, and I will be very happy to teach you how to make this delectable. And we call this Chef Babette's Blackberry Blueberry Cobbler. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna first saute. I'm using tempeh today.
Okay.
All right, a little bell pepper.
Can we start, Chef?
Yeah.
Green onion, please dig in.
Okay.
And so you have, but you don't eat anything unless you promise you're gonna be like,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Don't like it. Don't
So,
like it.
okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna dump our tempeh in here.
Okay. Just
And
a little bit of oil.
And I'm not using oil actually.
Okay.
And because if we get it hot enough, we can just take the
Delicious.
isn't it? See, say it louder, louder, louder. They're saying it's delicious.
Whoa,
So
whoa,
anyway,
whoa! This is incredible.
Isn't it?
It's like cheesy.
All right, so
Wow.
then we're gonna. Oh, this is Bragg's liquid amino, so I'm
I love
using this
liquid amino.
instead of salt. Yeah.
So, can we just mention something? Now, I hope you're okay with this.
I'm okay with it.
How young are you?
I'm 66.
No way!
Please step back. Everybody.
No way.
Look at that! What? What? Oh yeah! Boom!
That's big
You know what? If that's just what that is.
How about all of you come along with me and hang out with Chef B today? We're gonna do a real great workout in the park. Working out is about breathing, it's about pushing, it's about taking yourself to your max. Life is not complete unless you move. Most days, however, I am at Stuff I Eat, banging it away at least until opening. And then the rest of the day is mine. I'm gonna go to my favorite health food store and we're gonna pick up some items because I've got a group of friends that are gonna come around today and we're gonna sit back, chat, enjoy ourselves, and eat some of my delectable delights. I gotta get this spiralizer. Bought one last night, left it. And I need one. And I'm trying to be a little frugal, but at the same time, I want to make sure that this ain't gonna jack me out of my money. So you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna just go with the $20 spiralizer. I know this one will work. $19.99. This is what I'm getting today for our raw spaghetti. I got my team here, all my ladies, and we're getting ready to prepare spaghetti sauce for y'all. So what we're gonna do is we're actually making one sauce, but it's so darn versatile. You can actually eat it raw or live, or we can heat it as we have some heating over there. And so you can either have pasta, you can have spiralized zucchini. It's just a super versatile sauce. Right now, we're gonna get ready to dive in and make all of you viewing this very, very jealous. Let's eat, y'all. And the beauty to all of this is that at my age, at 66 years old, outside of the restaurant, I can still have such a fantastic time and I have the energy to enjoy myself. So today it's Saturday, I gathered with friends and it was absolutely wonderful. Have a great day. Bye. Why are you laughing at me?
All right, I think that spells it out there. So without further ado, we want to bring on Chef Babette. Where are you?
Wow, God. I can't believe you showed that last clip there. That was kind of scary a
Well,
little bit.
That's a special part. Well, look, let me start off with the obvious question. How young are you?
Well, I'm 69. I can't believe that clip was from so many years ago. Yeah, I'll be 70 in a couple of months.
Wow,
In
time
December.
flies.
Yeah.
Time flies. Well,
It
as
does.
I always say, you don't look a day over 25.
Well,
so.
you better say that, Doc, if you want to stay friends. How are you all doing?
We
Good.
you met our Dr. Floyd Atkins, Dr. Celeste Palmer. I think you met our panelists over the years. I think through events. You've been here to Houston a few times to different events.
Right.
And so, it's this is the group that tends to work around. So what I want to do today is have you give us your personal insight into your journey. We see a lot of people, and I try to convey this to my patients. And one of these days, I may have to do a special little video interaction with you to stress this with my patients, because I have a lot of patients who come in, and Dr. Atkins probably can confess to their health center. The Dr. Palmer's patients are much younger. She's a pediatrician, but she could probably share the same thing with her. Some of her patients are probably not as fit as you are. But we have this idea as we get older, we should become more broken down. And it starts in people's mindset. I mean, I have an older brother. I mean, he's, he doesn't take care of himself. And so as we get older, we sort of give in to being sickly and less fit and so on. And so as we go through your journey and how you've gotten to where you are, I want you to sort of help our audience to some extent break through that whole mindset. So give us the Chef Babette before you learn about this lifestyle. Tell us where you started, tell us about your background, where'd you come up, et cetera.
Okay. Thank you so much, Doc, for having me on. This is so important because so many of us have such a lousy quality of life as we get older. I kind of grew up like everybody else, eating the standard American diet. We ate everything, absolutely everything. I had quite a bit of difficulty as a child because I suffered with asthma and eczema. I had terrible, terrible earaches all the time, I spent so much time out of school to the point that I can remember mucus running out of the ear.
Oops, you're on mute.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
You can hear me? Okay. My mother would take a cloth and she'd put table salt in it and put it in a cast iron skillet and get it warm enough for me to handle it. Put it on my ear and you could just see the mucus running out of my ear. I was really sickly as a kid. And then as I got older, it became more and more difficult for me to digest food. I just had an extreme problem with combining food incorrectly. Did not work out for me in my system. And once I learned that, I was able to overcome that. But for the most of my younger adult life, I was pretty miserable. I can remember being so constipated, I just couldn't use the bathroom for days and days and days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really, really, really bad. Excuse me, I got a scarf hanging out. But I finally met my current husband. Fast forward, met my current husband. And when I met him, he was not practicing a vegan lifestyle, but he was knowledgeable. A lot more knowledgeable than myself. I can remember a friend trying to sell me herbs, and I was like, "Would you please leave me alone? I don't want no herbs." But I was just ignorant, And so he suggested that I read the two books that you stated, "Fit for Life" by Harvey and Marilyn Diamond, both volumes, and "The Mucusless Diet Healing System" by Professor Arnold Ehret. Once I read those books, and I began to really get serious about the suggestions in the book, my world changed. It really and truly did. I pretty much transitioned overnight. I was a believer quick. The asthma went away, eczema went away, my skin cleared up. No more of the acid reflux. No, all of those things went away with just plant-based eating and beginning to move. I started working out. My husband would run the hills to Griffith. The first time he took me to Griffith Park, he ran that entire hill backwards. And I'm thinking to myself, if he can do, I can barely walk this hill, you guys. Now, I met him when I was 40. Well, I was turning 40. I met him in the spring. I was turning 40 in December. And that's when I started working out and changed the entire diet. And he also changed his diet. And our lives just changed. And we started working over at Agape Spiritual Center. We decided, why not share some of the food that we eat with others? It's delicious food because we were making anything we wanted, tacos, burritos, all kinds of stuff. And we thought people would love this stuff.
So a couple of questions. So I mean, when you made this change, number one, you started noticing, how long did it take you to feel better? That's number one. A week?
I started feeling better immediately.
Wow.
Once I learned about, see, the connection with the food combining along with getting rid of all of the animal products was a huge plus for me. I was mixing up all kinds of stuff. I mean, you know, and then when I learned, come on, you eat your melons alone, eat them on an empty stomach. Fruit should be eaten on an empty stomach. I started learning all this stuff, and all of everything that I was going through stopped. And so, and then with the movement, I started moving. I'm running now. Now I'm running. I'm 40 years old and I'm just starting to run. And so I started noticing a difference. You know what? If I had not, Doc, noticed it right away, I might not have stayed on it. You know what I mean? But it was very, very clear that this change, this transition was working, and we stayed with it, and that was back in 1990.
So then
2020.
So you talk about the food. You and your now husband then went and started working at Agape. Were either of you chefs or culinary skilled people prior to this?
No, not at all, and especially myself. People would always be like, "She's cooking, really?" And selling it to people. so no, I was not the cook. He had a better handle of the kitchen than myself, but he taught me a lot. And so once the catering started over at actually, I went to Japan. I thought I was going to be a singer. He was into music as well. Went to Japan. All I was doing in Japan was working out and shopping and making recipes and feeding the rest of the group. And they were practicing music. So I figured to myself, you know what, I'm going to meditate. I started meditating, and I mean, I put time in. And when I got back home, I knew that I was going to start a catering company. And that's exactly what we did. At first, I was over at Agape Spirit. I was over at City of Angels with Reverend O.C. Smith. And I had about 30 customers. People seemed to enjoy the food. Then I moved over to Agape Spiritual Center with Reverend Michael Beckwith. And at a point, we built ourselves a 15-foot we call it a hot dog cart, because we had griddle, refrigeration, everything on this cart.
Wow.
And we stayed there on that parking lot for 6 years. We had block-long lines.
Wow.
Seriously. And then we knew, man, people are liking this food. And we were on our way to Jamaica because I was working as a flight attendant, and we would always go to Jamaica for a few days off. And we were walking down the street on Market Street in Inglewood, and we saw the doors to Stuff I Eat open. And we went in, met the owner, and when we came back from Jamaica, he wanted to talk to us, and he pretty much just let us have the building. First and last month rent, because we didn't have no money. We weren't thinking that we were going to get a restaurant. And he let us have the building. It took us 4 years to open it. To the point that people were saying, do you really have a restaurant? But we were determined. And we opened the doors in 2008, in July.
Wow.
We didn't even have trash cans, Doc.
Oh my goodness. Why did it take you 4 years? Was it just getting the furniture or what?
Just trying to fix the insides. It had been closed down for years. So we had to come in there and pretty much gut it and do everything.
Was it a restaurant before?
Huh?
Was it a restaurant before?
It had been a restaurant, yes.
Okay.
So it was, but we took all of the ceiling out and all that kind of stuff. We just had to redo the whole thing. But in July, we opened our doors, and the people started coming. and we've not closed them since, not even during COVID.
Wow.
We've reduced the hours a little bit to make it work, but we're still open and people are still coming. This has been an incredible journey, and the fact that I can share this with whoever will come and partake just really makes me happy, because I know what this food, this lifestyle has done for me. And if I could just get inside everybody's head, I
No, that's
would,
great.
because it's incredible.
I mean, you're a very energetic person. You're funny. You're energetic. You're very entertaining. You're spontaneous. Was this your same personality prior to living this lifestyle? I mean, were you always, vibrant, energetic, fun to be with? Chef Babette?
Sort of, but I wasn't working out. And I didn't have the confidence that I gained.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My skin was a wreck. I didn't feel good a lot. So I was I would recluse a lot. I'd stay home, stay to myself a lot. I wasn't really super outgoing. But once I started feeling better and started working out, and the blood was moving, I started feeling good, and I'm thinking I'm getting older but better. So
Wow. Yeah. Amazing.
I'm out.
So, Chef Babette, take us. So, you're in the restaurant in 2008. You're moving. You're exercising. Now, the person we see now, you are, a social media personality, TV personality. You do modeling. You got a lot of images. We'll show some of that a little later. Help us out. How did you make that transformation? What Chef Babette we see today?
Well,
Facebook and all that. When did that start to happen for you?
I started my Facebook page quite some time ago. I remember my daughter saying, "Well, Mom, if you want a Facebook page, you're gonna have to put the photos on there. You're gonna have to start taking pictures, and you're gonna have to do this yourself. I can't do this for you." And so that's what I did. I just started playing around, and then I had someone come into the restaurant who thought you should have a TV program. And as he was a professional commercial photographer, so whatever he did for me, he made me look like I was already on TV, a star. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, this sounds like fun. I could get into this. It'll build the business. And eventually, Mercy for Animals got on to us. BuzzFeed got on to us. And once all of that started rolling, BuzzFeed, we had over 10,000 views. Oh, no, 10 million views, excuse me. Mercy for Animals, same thing. So once you get that kind of media attention, it's going all over the planet. So then we noticed that people were coming into the restaurant from Australia, from Europe, from everywhere. And they knew once they got off the plane, since we're only about 15, 20 minutes from the airport, their first stop was Stuff I Eat. And so all of a sudden, when you start getting that kind of media, that online attention, people are coming after you then. And so that's pretty much how, and that's how Chef AJ found me. Remember, that's when I first met you, when we went to the event?
That's right. Right. Yep, I remember that. Yeah, and then you came to Houston, and
Right.
then that began the whole connection.
Yeah, I was brand new. With all this. I so appreciate you taking a chance.
Hey.
On stage.
No, when I saw you on stage, I knew you were a natural, so it wasn't a chance at all. I want to say hello to everybody who's in the chat. Deborah, hello, Deborah, Shonda, Karen, Jackie McCray, our usuals. Hello, Yolanda, Gwendolyn, hello, Amina, Crystal, Amina, Martika, Hinner, hello, Martika, how are you doing? Martika's here, Faye Parker, Yolanda Petaway, So we got a good group of people. I'm sure some of your folks on, and if I see their names come up, and I want to ask everybody in the chat room or who in the audience to just give us a thumbs up and a round of applause for Chef Babette.